Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday to everyone out there. Welcome to the Chainmovers podcast. As usual, I'll be your host, Chad, and with me is my lovely co-host, Lacey.
Hi, everyone.
See?
Aw,
it's doing it again.
You wanted to clap for me.
I even function tested it prior to this, and it was working.
Yeah.
Now it's not working. I'll just play this the whole time. I'll just keep playing sound effects.
I was going to say, you might have a lot of sound effects going on here.
It's the only way it doesn't lag. If I keep playing them. But I can't do that.
No.
We're going to have a little delay on it.
Yeah.
So. Wow. What a day.
What a day.
What a day to be a Canadian. Especially a Western Canadian. We had a fuck of a storm roll through here.
Crazy.
Actually, for those of you familiar with the Weather Network, you know it'll say like freezing fog or blowing snow. Ours was blizzard. It actually just said blizzard.
Yeah, that was the definition of a blizzard.
And holy shit, did we get one. Wow. My neighbor came here and saved us. He's got a Bobcat / skid steer. There was no way we were getting out of our yard.
No, and you'd plowed it once.
Half-ass as much as I could.
Yeah.
You couldn't keep up. It was blowing so damn bad and snowing so hard. And yeah, it felt like sand blowing into my eyes. Little daggers. Like I just couldn't see. My eyes were froze over like my eyelashes and shit.
Yeah, it hurt the face.
Welcome to Canada, right? That's just the way it is sometimes.
This was a humdinger.
Yeah, this was a dirty one.
Like you see our snow piles. It is insane.
It's pretty crazy. I'll post some on our social media.
Yeah, we'll go take a picture standing beside them.
Maybe I'll take a video walking through now the freshly plowed driveway. The snow piles are taller than me.
It's nuts.
It's got to be.
And what were they prior to this? 2 feet?
Yeah. Yeah,
2 feet?
2 feet. Yeah.
Now they're like 8.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy. And like our driveway is just like
shit show of a day.
One vehicle.
Everyone was stuck and I'm pulling trucks out with my truck and then using my quad to pull trucks into the shop. And it's just one of those days. You know?
And we had to shovel in front of the shop before we could even get the quad or anything out.
No, it was crazy.
It was crazy. That's what it felt like around here.
It's a fucking circus, man.
It was 3 hours from the time our son left school. Because he texted and he's like, do you think I should go home? And I said, yeah, you should. You should probably head home. At lunch, yeah. And it was 3 hours and we finally had his truck in the shop.
Drives a 2-wheel drive truck.
Yeah.
So
that'll learn him.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So that was fun. But anywho, yeah, we'll post some pictures and maybe a video clip because it is wild here.
It's crazy out there.
Absolutely wild. But Lacey, let's get into our side story, shall we?
All right.
First up, for those of you that don't know, the Australian Open is on right now.
Oh, yeah.
That turned into a political witch hunt with Novak Djokovic, and they deported him. And
oh, they did finally send him out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I was going to ask you.
But Serbia got their revenge.
Oh.
Bosnia? Serbia? Wherever he's from. Rio Tinto, Australian mining. This is nothing to do with the story, but I'll backfill you in.
Okay.
So they deport Novak Djokovic.
Okay.
Rio Tinto, Australian mining giant, huge company, massive, has a big mine where Novak Djokovic comes from. His country revoked that mining certificate or whatever you want to call it. They said, you're done.
Really?
That's right.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Australia.
Yeah, stop fucking around, everyone.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, they sure did. That's a couple weeks old now, but yeah.
That's just not news people know, though. So
that's why they show up here.
Right.
That's why everyone ends up here. So
that actually worked out, even though you pushed it 10 seconds ago.
So who has the last laugh now, right? You
I like it.
Rio Tinto's not pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut him down as functional mine.
Really?
You're done. Have a good day. Anyway,
hilarious.
The Australian Open is on right now. Tennis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Tennis. People in the crowd of the Australian Open are wearing Where is Peng Shuai t-shirts. They're now banned. Those t-shirts are not to be worn at the Australian Open. Why, you might ask? Because there's about $25 million in donations that come from China towards the Australian Open. So they pretty much run the show there now. So everything's political. It's all a political game. So, yeah. Not allowed to wear one of those shirts, and I still think it's a question that begs a better answer than what we've been given. So,
yep.
Nobody's seen her again for ever since that she did that weird interview on the street with someone. Nobody's seen her since. So, I don't know what to make of that, Lacey.
Oh, man.
I don't know what to say about that at all.
It makes me sick.
Oh, I'm definitely worried for her safety, as a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So, pretty messed up. Next up, NFL Pro Bowl. Now that the playoff games are done, we have 2 weeks until the Super Bowl.
Boo!
The big one. The big one, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Bowl, Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins will go to fill in for Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, who both claim they are injured, which means they just don't want to play the Pro Bowl. So, who cares, honestly?
Yeah.
I mean, it means nothing.
No.
So.
I actually don't even know if I've watched one before.
It's not worth watching.
Maybe, it's probably been on, but I don't think I've really paid
we always
attention.
have it on.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter who wins.
No.
There's no bearing on anything. It's just a fun weekend for the guys that make it.
Oh, okay.
So, they do it in Hawaii every year.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
It's just like a trip.
So, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, take your family, have a good time. Okay. Yeah, life's good.
Oh, have fun, guys.
Next up, Lacey. Not happy about this one. Las Vegas Raiders hired Josh McDaniel as head coach of the team. Rich Bisaccia did not get to keep his role as head coach.
That was. That's sad.
I'm learning how to work with this delay. Josh McDaniels, for those of you that don't know, New England Patriots offensive coordinator, who was all hemmed in, ready to go to Indy, and he pulled the pin on him last minute about 4 years ago now, 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Josh Jacobs tweets a not happy face emoji. You know, the emoji with the teeth, and it's like that. Mm-hmm. Not impressed with the hiring. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. McDaniel's a little skeevy to begin with. He accepted the job at Indy.
Yeah. And then
bounced on him. So, I don't know. I presume Belichick told him, if you're going, go, because I'm not going anywhere. So, that's what Josh was waiting for.
Was take over the Patriots.
Was the New England job. And
yeah, maybe.
That's not going to... I guarantee it. Why would you go back? Makes no sense. That whole thing made no sense.
I mean, maybe Bill said, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, that
if you want a head coach, you got to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and one of the more crazy stories of the weekend, Adam Schefter reporting Tom Brady retiring.
That's so messed.
And then Tom's not retiring. or he is retiring. He's not retiring.
He's undecided.
Dang. You know, of all the things you think you can count on in this world, Adam Schefter's one of them. My faith is rattled in Shefty. A lot of people get their news from Shefty.
Their sports, or football.
Yeah, he breaks every big story.
Right.
All of them.
Yeah.
Now he fucked up on this one. What have you done for me lately, Shefty? You've brought me years of reliable, rumors. And now this.
Yeah, this is weird.
Big blemish on Shefty's career.
So weird.
Huge.
It's like Tom Brady's retiring. I've seen it on social media is where I've seen it first.
He has not made a decision.
No.
I jumped the gun because I reported Schefter's story.
Yeah.
And then I'm backtracking. Now I look like an asshole. So thanks a lot, Schefter.
That was weird.
Unbelievable.
That whole thing was weird.
Oh, it was wild. Absolutely wild.
I'm because then it was a little while later, and I'm because I'm holy shit, Tom Brady's retiring, whatever. Then a little while later, I'm so I'm confused.
Yeah, so I mean, that almost overshadowed the championship games. Everyone's reaching out to Tom Brady Sr., and he's no, I don't think he's made a decision as of yet, and Tom came out today and said, I apologize. I didn't want that to overshadow the games this weekend. That wasn't my intent. And
That was weird.
He said, but I am responsible for what I say. So.
And so what did he say that led him to believe that he was retired?
Maybe he was thinking of hanging it up. Pretty quiet from Brady's camp other than that little apology today.
That's so weird.
Very bizarre. It was very, very bizarre.
And like, it's not like some like, I don't want to say no name, but like some half, you know, like even someone half as famous as Tom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a pretty big deal.
It's pretty famous, but every other team was thinking that.
Yeah, exactly.
But how bad is the NFC South going to be for QBs next year if Tom retires?
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Jameis Winston will be the best Q in the South? Come on. Well, that's a story for another day, though. Moving over, Davante Adams seeking $30 million a year on his next contract. Looking for 30 schmel a year.
Wow.
To put that into perspective, Lacey, DeAndre Hopkins, currently the highest paid receiver in the league.
Okay.
30 years old, $27.25 million a year he makes.
Okay.
Next up, Julio Jones at $22 million.
Really?
Not looking worth it this year.
No.
What did he play? 3 fucking games?
Yeah.
He was horrible this year.
Well, there's been a couple, like, this isn't the first year that he's been not real great.
Well, he's been in Tennessee for 2 years, so
I guess
his numbers took a considerable dive. Going from Matt Ryan to Ryan Tannehill. Yeah. So.
Okay.
OBJ, he makes $1.5 million. That's it. He's also the dumbass that took his contract in
Bitcoin.
Fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now, I shouldn't dump on Bitcoin. I don't know how it works.
No.
So, for me to sit here and shit on it is probably not fair. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean a shitload of people haven't got rich off it.
Right.
Story of my fucking life. But
that's right.
I mean, so, but I do know he's getting bent as we speak, right? You know, like as it sits right now, I think he's netted out like $60K of that contract. If he got rid of the Bitcoin now.
Right.
So, it's not looking good, but he did play well this weekend.
Yes, he did. And was, like, human.
Yeah.
He was very calm at the end of the game.
Yeah.
He went over to Debo, right?
They had a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sat with him for a long time, like when his team was celebrating. I was really pleased to see
Now,
it.
is this the real OBJ? This is going deeper than I wanted to here, but or is this OBJ putting on a show to really stick it to Cleveland? I think it's the latter. I think he's behaving and busting his ass just to prove a point to Cleveland. That's what I think.
Like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say he actually felt for him there. Well, I did. I felt for Debo.
For sure. And that's really not what I'm saying. But his play, he's not starting any drama so far. That's not the OBJ we're used to seeing.
No, it's not. It's really not. I don't know.
Has OBJ turned the corner?
Maybe turned a new leaf?
I learned my lesson with AB. I don't fucking give anyone the benefit of the doubt.
So this is weird because, see, I was opposite of you with Antonio Brown.
Yes.
I'm like, he's a nut job. Yeah, and now I'm opposite again. I don't know. And it's not like I liked OBJ before, so that's weird that I'm feeling this way about him. You're such an ass.
That one worked right away.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something about how, I don't know, how he presented himself in that game that I was just like, I felt like it was real.
He's had a fantastic playoff.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Don't kid yourself.
Who's fired?
You.
Me?
Yes. He's been very good. He had, jumping ahead a bit here, but he went for 9 for 118.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good WR2.
Yep.
So,
LA
game. Might take her all the way. We'll see. But next up, a mind-blowing parlay, Lacey. Not mine.
Or mine.
Not even Mom's.
Oh, you're talking about that other one.
One gentleman on FanDuel Sportsbook placed it was a free bet. So
what?
Credits from the site. He put it on this parlay. Both games, guess the score of both games exactly, you win. He bet $20, the potential payout, $579,000, and he hit it. Wow!
Unreal.
It hit. They confirmed there was 2 other bets, one a $10 one and one a $5 one.
Really?
3 people hit that this weekend.
Holy shit.
A free bet, he turned it into $580,000. What do you think of that?
It's amazing. I'm excited for him.
Man,
you said the same thing.
I read about it like halfway through the game,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Lacey, listen to this. Like, this guy has this bet going on. And then when Jimmy G threw that pick, it's like, holy shit, those guys just won $580,000 on a free bet.
Yeah, we have no idea who these people are, but we were super stoked for them.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's sick.
That is so sick.
I want that to happen to me.
I do too.
Someday. It never will, but...
Don't say that. You think those guys still good?
Probably not.
Is it that time?
It was a 29 or 22,000 to 1 to hit.
Wow.
And it hit.
That's so crazy.
27, 24, 2017. They guessed them both.
That's mind-blowing.
Insane.
I love it.
Membrane.
I love it.
Time for our update on the Freedom Convoy. GoFundMe's over $9 million now.
Congratulations. Good job, everyone.
I believe. 9.2.
Yeah. I actually haven't checked it today. I know it's shocking.
9.3. Something like that. Have another standoff at the Coots Crossing border. Truckers blocking that border, not letting anyone in or out. Got to assume as Jason Kenney sends a SWAT team down there. They did open 1 lane, I believe. There's a bunch more guys showing up in half tons right now as we speak. Alberta boys. So, yeah. You don't want to kick the hornet's nest too hard. I promise you that. Because
I am extremely disappointed in Jason Kenney.
He's a liberal. He's a federalist. That's what Jason Kenney is. We were just talking about him the other night, and I said,
sick.
But he is a crafty son of a bitch. For those of you that don't follow Alberta politics, there was really, I'm going to say, 2 conservative parties in Alberta that were constantly battling each other and splitting the vote for the NDP, if you want to summarize it quickly. So Jason Kenney comes in, says, let's merge these 2 parties and call them the UCP, the United Conservative Party, and I'll lead it. This guy's from Ontario, comes out here, convinces everybody that he should run this party and becomes the premier. So that's pretty slippery, but good on you, Jason.
Crafty.
But you might regret that. Not a lot of people very happy with Jason Kenney right now. And not a lot of people happy with Citywide Towing is the name, out of Calgary. Federal government, not the federal government, the provincial government calls them to go down and start towing trucks. So they show up. They're not having a good day on Twitter now. Not
really?
at all. So if you've ever used Citywide Towing and you disagree with them going against the truckers, you might want to rethink the next time you need a tow. Yeah, they're not having a good day. So, but they made the choice. Hey, it was probably $5 or $10,000 that got dangled in front of them. Well, if that's all it took, I'd be surprised that place around in 6 months.
Yeah, me too.
So,
me too.
But that's a choice you made. So life's all about choices, and life's hard, and it's harder when you're stupid. So, congratulations, Citywide Towing, on being our absolute jackasses of the day. You're even maybe more so than True Dope, which is hard to do. But boy, he came out of hiding today.
Kind of.
Held a presser, spewed a bunch of hatred and divisive language.
Yeah.
As that's a liberal playbook, right? That's what they do. Mm-hmm. They try. It's amazing how, and it's like an infection throughout the Liberal Party. They honestly believe they're better than you.
Oh, for sure they do.
And I don't give a shit who's listening. They think they're better than you.
Yeah, I don't care who's
They
listening.
firmly believe that in their heart.
Yeah.
Firmly believe it.
And not just that they're better. but you're garbage.
They know what's best for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's not if that's not well on your way to communism, I don't know what is. Because the last time I checked, the government could fuck up a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. So if you entrust the government to fix any of your problems, there's no help for you. There's literally no help for you. Yeah, he came out again playing the race card. Somehow everybody in Canada except for the Liberals are racists. Couldn't be bothered to show up to work today, but I don't know if that's ever a good or a bad thing.
No, I don't know either, actually.
I mean, the less you hear from, the less damage you like to think is being done.
Yeah,
right? I don't know. Somebody that stupid can do a lot of damage. And I mean, just look at it, right? 0 arrests made so far in Ottawa. No matter what CBC and CTV are telling you, we're talking to people that are like on the, I'll call it the front lines, messaging back and forth. So, I mean, you can call me a liar if you want. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you what I know, all right? So,
and firsthand.
0 arrests. You won't see that they're cleaning up the garbage. It was funny. They showed a BLM protest aftermath versus 3 days of the Freedom Convoy protest. Wow, for being so superior and green and caring about the environment, it's the hypocrisy that pisses people off. You know, the normal 85% of Canadians, the fringe minority, that's what pisses people off. I think more than anything, it's just the hypocrisy. Yeah. And, and the stupidity. I mean.
And it's like, you know, for the person that we're talking to, you know, on the front lines or whatever, to hear how upset these people are, you know, when he does come out and says they think they're white supremacists and they're racists, and that is extremely hurtful to these people. Like they're taking it to heart, concerned that I guess people aren't getting the true story. Like they want the real story to come out there, and that's why they are going live all the time. It's constant live streaming. Because that would bother me too.
Yeah, he doubled down hard on the racist shit.
Yes.
And hatred, and this is how these people think. But that's not exclusive to True Dope. That is literally, you go on Facebook, you go on Twitter, wherever. That is consistent. If you want to talk about politics in 2 ways, left and right, that is consistent to the left. The hatred, the division, the I'm better than you, the I know more than you. That is consistent to that left wing of the political spectrum, if you want to call it that. It is insane.
It's sick.
It's insane. These are the same people that are saying, if you are not willing to inject an experimental chemical into your body, you should be thrown in a camp and not allowed to participate in society. That's where we've gotten to at this point. It is sick. There's a lot of demented people out there, and this whole thing showed it. Yeah. It is wild. Yeah. Wild. But if we ever do go to war, I'm not too worried because they don't even know which bathroom to use. So I'm feeling pretty okay over here. I think we'll be fine. They don't even know which way they're going. So I feel pretty good about the whole thing. What else was I going to say about it? The Coots crossing.
So speaking of, you kind of brought up the garbage thing.
Yeah.
There was a city worker actually, and
I seen he tweeted, right?
Yes.
Can you haul the garbage out to me so I can haul it away?
Well, and he was concerned he wouldn't even be able to get a garbage truck downtown.
Yeah, and
he hadn't been there.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to be yelled at. So I feel like he was somewhat watching mainstream media because he was concerned to go down there and how he was going to do this. And the amount of people that commented and said, you know, like, when will you be down here? We will be more than happy. Because there's a lot of garbage. It was all stacked up nicely, bagged up and stuff. More than happy to help you. You know, because he wasn't going to be able to pull right up close. But, the amount of people that said, hey, if we're out there, we're going to help you.
I remember now. So for those of us that aren't there, myself, I wish I was there.
Me too.
And a big part of me wanted to drive down to southern Alberta today, but I didn't. So to help them from wherever you are, email your MP. Send them a letter. Place a phone call to their office and say, what the fuck is going on here in this country? What is happening? This is not the Canada I knew. Mm-mm. And I'd say probably the majority of the time, people my age and older or around my age aren't even worried about their own future. They're worried about their kids' future. Yeah. And that's where we've gotten. And you can watch whatever news source and they say, oh, it's about the vaccines, it's about the vaccines. Yes, that's part of it. It's government overreach. It's enough. It's enough already. And I can't lay my support more for these guys. And if that makes me a racist and a misogynist and a fringe minority, then fucking sign me up, because that's where I am. So, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. I don't give a shit. There's the people, the scum that have crawled out during this whole thing should frighten everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
It should frighten everyone, because everyone on this planet is one jab away from being unvaccinated. So there's people that have 2. No, now it's 3. Okay, well, I'm going to do the right thing and go get my 3rd one. Oh, now it's 4. Oh, well, where does it end? Where does it end? It's enough already. And that's the point where I think the majority of Canadians are at. I'm getting riled up here. That's how it happens, right? Mm-hmm. You sit back and you look at literally everything that has occurred. Not even just the past 2 years. This is the boiling point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Canadians are very tolerant people. Mm-hmm. Very tolerant. For shit to get this bad, you fucked up. But they don't believe they fucked up. That's the messed up part.
And I believe, and I've been trying to find the words, to explain myself, and my biggest regret at this point is we made our decision. We have our beliefs that we sat quietly with. That is my biggest regret right now, is that we sat quietly. We know people that have lost their jobs, that have lost their homes. Mm-hmm. They've left the country, for God's sake. They are no longer good people. Or another thing, the people that have got the vaccine, that were against it, and
just
to keep their jobs.
That's fucked up. I want you to sit back and think about that for a minute. Now, there's every day more and more evidence. I just seen a report today that not only does the efficiency of the vax decrease in the 3rd dose after 20 days, it goes negative now. So now you are more likely to have severe reactions from it. If you want to keep your head in the sand about it, go for it. That's totally your choice. And I don't care. But these are the facts that are now coming out. If you want to work with the facts that were presented 2 years ago, I guess go for it. That's your choice, right? The thing that really gets me, though, is, so we live in Saskatchewan. Scott Moe comes out today and says, in the very near future, we're going to look at if we can eliminate the COVID mandates. What are you hanging on for, Scott? Is there some money that's coming yet from the federal government to hang on to this until a certain date? That's the feeling I'm getting, is that there's some money attached to this.
Yeah, it's something I don't.
There's something attached to it, and
it's really no different than them saying 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and it's been 2 fucking years.
So
that's a little frightening when he says,
"Yeah,
soon."
It's lip service, right? He's a politician. So I was a big Scotty Moe guy. Mm. I do not fucking trust any politician at this point.
No,
I do not. I will not. I like Pierre Poilievre.
Yeah, he's been
Speaking of politicians, Aaron O'Toole, it sounds like he will be out as of tomorrow as the leader of the federal Conservative Party, which is great. I think that's fantastic. Aaron O'Toole. I mean, who is this guy? Where the hell did he come from? How did he win the leadership? I love Pierre, and I think if there has to be someone to go against him, if they are running a leadership race, Leslie Lewis. Mm-hmm. Very intelligent woman, and I think she would do a fantastic job of the Conservative leadership.
Yeah, so I agree on either of them.
We may find out very soon who the new leader of the Conservatives is. I guess O'Toole is still the leader for tonight. So, and that's just hearsay. I don't know for a fact he'll be out tomorrow.
It
sounds like there's 60 MPs that have agreed to the leadership review, as the formal term, if you want to call it that. And it sounds like Aaron, old flip-flop, is on his way out. You sit on the fence, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. Either you're fucking in or you're out.
Yeah.
That's typically how it goes with everything in life.
Yeah.
You want to sit on the fence, you're going to end up on the sideline. So
I want to share a little bit of good news from the convoy. Not that but it's just, I feel like it's been a lot of like negative, feelings that we're having. But anyway, some good news. Last night, in the middle of the night, they managed to get in, I don't know an exact number or whatever, but they did manage to get in some of the trucks that were on the sideline. So 4 o'clock in the morning, they had a little itty bitty convoys coming in from the outskirts that they had been kept out. So
now, did some go out and some come in, or it was just added to the existing ones?
Yeah, and from what I understand, every 30 minutes, it's air horned for 10.
Boy, they're the old citizens of Ottawa. Boy, my heart bleeds purple piss for you. Boy, there's a lot of whiners on Twitter. I can't get downtown to get my latte. Aw, poor fucking baby. Aw, well, that's too fucking bad, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. Like, how is it possible that we live in the same country and almost split in half? We're so different.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It blows my mind. Now, I know some people from Ontario, and they're good people. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't apply to everyone. Mm-hmm. I'm not lumping everyone together here. I know a couple dickheads too, but for the most part, I know some good people from there. So, but regardless, it's just crazy. And is it really that crazy to think that our interests are way too different? They are way too different. Yeah. We cannot remain together. Is that what's going to happen out of this?
Right. Maybe.
I don't know.
It is very different. It's like a whole different world over there.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Yeah.
It's very, I feel like it's very split. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy.
Enough political talk. But like I said, if you want to support those truck drivers, not even just the truck drivers, you got people showing up just to support, right? Just the truckers were the ones with big enough balls to lead the way. So
someone to get behind.
Email your MP, write him a letter, place a phone call, and start asking some questions, and some hard questions, because it should be uncomfortable at this point. Things need to get uncomfortable to change. We're not going to get anywhere going the way we are. So start asking the hard questions and ask them why they're hanging on to this. Why? There's a deeper meaning here. And it's going to get exposed. It always does. Mm-hmm. Always. Because somebody grows a conscience, and then they start feeling bad what they did, and they feel if they throw everybody else under the bus that they're going to be exempt from what they did in the past, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's no different than a little kid. Right? If I tell on everyone, maybe I won't get in as much trouble, right? No, that's not the way it's going to work this time. But, yeah. Have those hard conversations, the hard questions, because these politicians feed at the trough. And what do we really get? They tell you how warm to keep your house or how much you should drive based on your income. Who does that hurt? It doesn't hurt Justin Trudeau, I'll tell you that much. But it hurts the little family with 3 kids trying to take their oldest kid to a hockey tournament. That's who it hurts. So enough. Mm-hmm. It's enough already. There you go. What do you think of that? That got pretty deep.
It did.
Pretty in-depth. I could go on for days, but I'm not going to. So that's our convoy update.
My heart hurts.
I don't have anything else about that.
Well, I got so much, but...
Well, we don't have time for that. How long have we been gone?
I don't know. I'll get up.
25? 26?
35?
Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're actually going to get into the NFL games. NBA, NHL. Oh, we're going to make our early Super Bowl predictions.
Eek!
Yeah, so when we come back, that's what you can look forward to. So we will be back.
Do you love sports? Sick of all the same mainstream sports shows? Then join us on the Chainmovers podcast. We will give you real takes without all the mainstream BS. Catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube Live or wherever you get your podcast content. Again, that's the Chainmovers podcast. Join us.
Listen to that crowd.
What a welcome back. What a welcome. Okay, Lacey, let's get into these NFL games, shall we? Let's start with the Bengals Chiefs. The Cincinnati Bengals roll into Arrowhead and defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24 on a last-second field goal.
Joey Burrow.
America rejoice because they don't have to fucking see Brittany Mahomes anymore, and they don't have to see Jackson Mahomes anymore. And America won Sunday morning, afternoon. They won. It was just a huge win for America.
Did you see anything posted from her?
Not a thing.
Nothing?
But I don't follow her either.
You really should, because those were fun
I
stories.
feel bad for Patrick, man.
What?
Having to go home to that every day.
Well, you would think maybe he could say, hey, keep your mouth shut.
Oh, she wouldn't listen. She strikes me as one of those. She's just a fucking loose cannon and a big mouth. That's the vibe I get. I could be completely wrong, but from what I've seen, I think I'm on the right path. You know what? Patrick seems like a legit guy. He was congratulating Joey B after the game, and he played his ass off, and I don't like him, but he seems like a decent guy.
Really?
But I still don't like him.
Oh, see, and I get the total opposite vibe from him.
You think he's arrogant?
Yeah.
Which, you get that vibe too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watching him watching him walk pisses me off. Like, and I don't even know what it is. Like, I can't even tell you what, but I watch him walk and I'm like, you look like a dick.
Oh, why?
What was it?
I'm not saying anything until it played. Joey Burrow went 23 of 38, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. T. Higgins, 6 reception, 103 yards. The Bengals had 4 sacks on Mahomes in that game. Patrick Mahomes, 26-39, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Whoops. Travis Kelce, 10 receptions, 95 yards, and touchdown. Chiefs only had 1 sack. What a turnaround.
Yeah.
For the Bengals O-line in 1 week. Mm-hmm. They gave up 9 sacks to the Titans. Titans have a good defense, but so do the Chiefs.
Right.
So what a turnaround. Congratulations. They're my winner of the weekend.
Wow.
The Bengals O-line. Phenomenal showing.
I'll clap.
Absolutely amazing. How do you turn an O-line around in 1 week?
Yeah.
Like that. Impressive. Very impressive. The Bengals punched their ticket. Now,
No.
controversial moment in this game that a lot of you probably missed. I did.
Oh, is this what you're going to show me?
Yes. I'm now going to show you a clip.
You'll have to talk about it too, but...
If you remember the last 30 seconds of that game, Joe Mixon ripped off about a 14-yarder to put them in that close field goal range.
Yeah.
I want you to watch this play.
Oh.
Number 2 team will pick up number 1 seed. Now trying to beat the 2 seed. The second and third. Mixon charging inside the 20. He's down to the
Joe ever been touched by a defender?
They could have picked up that ball?
They did pick up the ball. Kansas City did. You want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go back and forth.
Okay.
Number 2 team will
Watch
pick
it
up
again.
number 1 seed. Now trying to beat the 2 seed. The second and 3. Mixon charging inside the 20. He's down
Anyone ever touch him? He drops the ball. Kansas City guy picks it up. You can't see it in that frame. That's what Andy Reid It wasn't the illegal formation. That's not what he was inquiring about. He was inquiring about that play right there. I think Chiefs got fucked. Because they picked up the fumble. No, he was not touched.
What did he trip over, though?
Nothing. I think just his own forward
momentum. Oh, okay. So, because, let's say he did trip over a Kansas City guy. What happens then? Like, would that be considered
a contact?
It would have been?
Yeah, but I don't see a Chief touch him.
Oh, dear.
At all. So making all sorts of headlines. Andy Reid, not crying about it, but a little peeved, which I don't blame him, but I missed it. Not that I'm the end-all, be-all of NFL officiating, but I normally see a lot of that stuff as it happens. I didn't even notice that.
You see a lot of things that refs don't see.
So, well, I mean, there's penalty on every play if you look hard enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wow. Ooh, boy.
That's neither here nor there. The Bengals are moving on to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Super happy for them.
Cincinnati Bengals, young quarterback, young kicker, young receiver, young coach.
I love it.
Things are looking bright and Cincy.
Yeah. To do it already?
Impressive. Just really, really impressive. Yeah. I'm really proud of you guys.
You young guys out there.
Really proud of you. Touching moment at the end of the game. Offensive lineman, I cannot remember his name right now. It showed in 2019 when LSU won their national championship, 18 or 19, I can't remember what year it was exactly. Offensive lineman carrying Joey Burrow on his shoulders off the field. That guy plays for the Cincinnati Bengals and carried him off the field in the AFC championship game. Nice to see. I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah.
I love it.
Fantastic. Aww. Absolutely fantastic. I'm excited for the Bengals.
Me too.
2 years ago, that team was 2-14. Impressive. They were the worst team in the league.
What were they last year?
4-11-1.
Yeah.
So, but Joey got hurt last year, right?
Yeah.
But Jamar Chase, obviously a huge piece, bringing him in.
Yeah,
for sure. Fantastic. They have a wicked receiving core.
Yeah, they do.
And I think a lot of people know that, but they're T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, those guys are underrated.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, Jamar's bringing the double. It's no different than OBJ now in LA, right?
Yeah.
You have someone that good as a WR2, that makes defenses think a lot. And if you don't think it's important, ask the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's move over, Lacey, to the 49ers and the LA Rams. The LA Rams take this one 2017 after trailing 17-7. They roar back and defeat the San Francisco 49ers. Which means you were right on both again. You're 6-0 in the last 2 weeks. I'm 0-6. That was more directed at the Niners. And myself.
Okay.
I'm 0-6. So.
Yeah, that's right. We were total opposites again.
Again, yes. I guess.
Maybe next week you're just going to vote with me? Or
nope. I'll go opposite. Well, we can't win if we both... What if one of us is wrong?
That's true. I did not cover my spread, though. Right?
Yeah, it was 3.5.
That's right.
And that saved us. Funny story.
Yeah,
I got my mom hooked on gambling.
She knows... She watches no football, but she loves gambling on it.
She was here this weekend. So I said, Mom, throw some money down on these games. Okay, well, what do you think? And so we talked about it a little bit. She's like, I like Cincinnati and I like San Fran. Thank Christ, San Fran, we got it at plus 3.5 and not plus 3. So they covered. She threw down 25 beans.
Yeah.
Won a cool hundo. Just like that. That's how it's done.
Oh, it was awesome.
So congratulations to my mom. She has a better record in gambling than I do. And she just started this weekend.
She's played one game.
Impressive. So.
She didn't even know. That was the funny part. So she left here before the games were over. And so by the time she got home, she must have watched the end of the game. Did she?
No. I texted her.
Oh, you just texted her the score?
I don't know what she was doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
I texted her the score. Yeah. And she's like, oh, shit, I lost?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it was 3.5. So they still covered. She's like, oh, sweet. I'm like, yeah, you won.
She thought she had lost.
Congrats. So it was really good.
Oh, and of course she had to leave some money in.
Yeah, 40 bones.
She needs to bet next weekend.
We're throwing her all down on the Super Bowl. She likes the Bengals. So do with that information what you will.
I love it.
Jimmy G only went 16 of 30, 232, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Jimmy G doesn't throw more than 1 touchdown in a game very often.
Right.
But a costly interception.
Yeah.
Debo, 4 receptions, 72 yards and a touchdown, and he only rushed for 26 yards in that game. Matty Stafford, though, showed up. I didn't trust Matty.
No, you didn't.
Man, I've just been really wrong about a lot of things so far this postseason. Yeah. It's really starting to take its toll on my confidence. 31 of 45, 337 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Cooper Kupp, 11 receptions, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp has had 1 fumble this year.
1. All year. That is insane to me because it's not like he's only touched the ball 10 times.
He lost the fumble. Like, you can fumble without losing it, right? He's had 1 fumble this year. That's nuts.
So crazy.
Crazy. Like,
and
this
that guy
dude
touches the ball a ton.
If he's not OPOY,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, I don't either.
Like, he's phenomenal. And 49ers defense is good, but you're really going to try and run man with them? Has that worked for literally any team this year? No, it hasn't.
No.
So he had his way. OBJ, we talked about him a little earlier, 9 for 113. And the LA Rams going to the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl 56 is all set at SoFi Stadium in LA. Bengals Rams spread came out shortly after the game was over. It's Rams -4.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
I'm sure that's what you told me.
That being said, Rams at home. Bengals going on the road. Who do you like? Way too early prediction.
Oh, way too early.
We're going to get to choose again.
Okay. Well, it's like you said yesterday when you asked me. You said... Sorry. You're ta-da. Rams. Betting with my head. Rams. Betting with my heart. Cincy. So I have to decide.
What happened to Aaron O'Toole? You sit on the fence.
What happens?
You watch it from the sideline.
You gonna kick me off the show? Okay, I'm going...
Nobody likes a fence sitter. Nobody.
Right, I gotta go Rams.
Rams. Oh, I mean, at this point, can you really make a bad prediction at this point?
I don't think so.
Both teams are clearly good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If I'm going to write that down, though. LAR. And we're going to reference back to this.
Yeah, because I need the breakdown of stats. Oh. The only thing I don't like is that Rams really are terrible at home.
They're not very good, but they did win this weekend. So.
Oh, yeah, they were at home this weekend. That's right.
So, probably more commonly known than maybe I'm thinking, or maybe it's just common to me. But it had never happened before where the home team hosted a Super Bowl. It's now going to happen 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's weird.
The Bucs did it last year. Rams are going to do it this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, maybe going into next year. Hear where the Super Bowl is. Bet on that team to be in it.
2024 is Vegas. I don't know where it is next year. I would guess Miami.
I'm not fucking betting on Miami to go to the Super Bowl.
Don't do it. That organization is a dumpster fire.
So I guess never mind.
Yeah. My way too early prediction?
Uh-huh.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Are you?
Yes.
Good for you.
I'm taking the Bengals +4. I think...
So, okay.
Okay, let's...
Can we do the... Or so you think to win as well?
Yeah, I'd take them on the money line too.
Okay.
It's so hard with a Super Bowl because I've seen so many Super Bowls start out and it's like 6-3 at the half. Mm-hmm. Right? Is that going to be the case with this one? These are two pretty high-flying offenses.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it is.
The Rams D, I would give the edge to the Rams on defense. But if it's a shootout, I don't know. I don't know. But I've been doubting the Bengals all year. I've given them little to no credit.
A little bit
so
of
I think it's time. So
you gave Burrow some love.
Those are
throughout the year.
On fantasy, he was my fantasy quarterback.
No, I know, but you did give him some love.
Well, he had a pretty good year. I don't know, but those are way too early predictions. And that's all. That's it. Let's move over to the NBA, Lacey.
Okay.
We've been doing this for a long time already. Let's start with our standing, shall we?
Okay.
In the East, we got the Miami Heat still sitting atop at 32-18. 7-3 in their last 10. I can't believe the Heat are in first. I can't believe it. They lose to the Raptors tonight?
No.
I think they did, but they were missing like their entire roster. So, second, we still got the Bulls hanging in there, 31-18. They're 4-6 in their last 10, but they got Zach LaVine back. He is back from his knee injury, so that's a big piece back. But they're missing their, a really good point guard. They got Kobe White back there, but he's not Caruso and he's not Lonzo Ball. Yeah. So,
who are you asking about?
Raptors and the Heat. Raptors win that game.
Raptors played the Hawks.
Oh, who played the Heat tonight?
Celtics.
And the Celtics won. Yes, yeah, which was a shocker because they're ninth and nobody could piss away a game like the Celtics. But third, we got the Sixers, Lace, at 30-19. They are 7-3 in their last 10. They played tonight.
Who?
The Sixers. 76ers.
Grizzlies.
And? They won, right?
76ers won in overtime.
Yeah, they beat the Grizz. Fourth, we got the Cavs, who were also missing a huge part of their roster tonight. How'd they do?
They won. They beat the Pelicans 93-90.
Ooh, tight game. And the fifth, we got the Bucks, Lace, at 31-21. 5-5 in their last 10. And they did not play tonight. No, I didn't think so. Those Raptors are in 8th place, one game over 500, 4-6 in their last 10, 24 wins. They beat the Hawks, as we already talked about. The Hawks had won 7 straight games going into this one, but they were missing Trae Young tonight.
Oh, okay.
So, but whatever. I mean, the Raptors played an overtime game the other night. Everyone in their starting 5 played over 50 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's how bad their bench is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not good.
Oh wow.
Nick Nurse, you're going to kill your players, you dipshit. Let's move over to the West. Got the Phoenix Suns 40-9, Lace. First team to 40 wins this season. 10 games in a row they've won.
Wow.
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 Impressive. Second, we got the Golden State Warriors, 37-13. Third, we got the Grizz, who lost tonight, 35-17. Warriors play tonight?
Yeah, they did.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
Played the Rockets, 122 to 108.
Yeah, no surprise there. The Utah Jazz struggling mightily, 2-8 in their last 10, still hanging out in 4th. And they lost Joe Ingles today with a torn ACL.
Ooh.
Not good. He's done for the season, which is going to make that trade deadline very interesting. And we're going to get into that. And 5th, the Denver Nuggets, who have been playing some extremely good ball, find themselves only 2 games behind the Jazz now for 4th in the West.
Wow.
Yeah. And in 6th, we got the Dallas Mavs. And 9th, we got the Lakers. And that's really all anyone cares about. I don't even want to talk about the Lakers. The Lakers get talked about so much and they're garbage.
Yeah, like every other sport, you bring up Canadian team. Well, I guess NHL.
I brought up the Raptors.
No, I know. You bring up Canadian teams, and for some reason then you feel the need that you have to talk about the Lakers.
We didn't even have that on at all tonight. Our names.
Oh, no one's going to know who we are. They're like, which one's Chad?
What the fuck are these people? Who are these people? Anyway.
I wish I knew who was who.
Let's talk about a little NBA, Lace. Went over the standings. Trade deadline is February 10th.
Oh, it's coming up.
It's coming up real quick. The Jazz better be buyers in that market or they're pretty much going to mail their season in. Joe Ingles, super underrated dude, man.
Really?
Yes. Yes, when Donovan Mitchell missed a whole bunch of last season, Joey Ingles around the point. He did a pretty good job.
Okay.
And he can shoot threes.
All right.
He's a white boy, right? So
yeah.
He ain't driving the lane. He doesn't look like that guy has spent one day of his life in the gym. Not one.
Of those guys.
Hey, he looks like Ben Roethlisberger.
Really?
Yeah. Like no muscle, nothing. But hey, the dude can play. So I will give him that.
Is he big? Sorry.
He's not huge.
Oh, okay.
6'6",
Oh, okay.
6'5", somewhere in there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, super underrated. So the Jazz are really going to miss that. We talked about the Suns winning 10 in a row. We talked about the Hawks winning 7 straight, but they lost to the Raptors tonight. Those are the longest streaks in the NBA.
Okay.
So, Phoenix, man, not getting much love still, eh?
No.
You know? It's wild. I don't know how. Like, everyone knows they're good, just nobody talks about them.
Yeah.
Like, the Knicks get talked about more than the Suns.
Really?
The Knicks are trash.
But they have a big fan base, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you, watch a movie,
Huge.
it's always going to the Knicks game. Like, always. Like, why? Why can't you go to a Suns game?
Everybody in the movies lives in New York.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah.
The majority of movies are
That's
probably
true.
set there, I would
That's
say.
true, I guess.
So, let's move over to the NHL. The Atlantic Lace. Got the Florida Panthers still in first, 31-9-5, I believe that says.
Yeah.
8-2 in the last 10. They've won 3 straight. Second, we got the Lightning, 29-10-6, 7-2-1 in their last 10. And third, we got the Leafs, 27-10-3, and they are also 7-2-1 in their last 10. God, you know what? I played an NHL parlay today.
Oh, okay.
Everything hit, and I took the Leafs puck spread. For those of you that don't know what a puck spread is, it's the same virtually in every game. It's plus 1.5.
Okay.
So you're betting that they're going to win by 2 or more.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
I took the Leafs puck spread tonight, which I never do because they were playing the Devils, and the Devils are garbage.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, the Leafs can fill the net on them, right? They won 6-4. They did their job. Fucking Oilers lose to the Senators in overtime. Destroys my parlay. Like, fuck you, Edmonton. The Oilers. Ugh. Seventh, we got the Ottawa Senators at 13-21-4. 4-4-2 in their lap. Well, 5-4-1 now in their last 10 after tonight. And the Montreal Canadiens 8-29-7. 1-6-3 in their last 10, and they have lost 8 straight. 6 straight. 6 straight.
6 in a row.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
That's really not fun.
Like, what are you even?
Boy, I would hate to be a fan.
What are you even doing with your season?
Flush them down the toilet, I guess.
I don't know. Mail it in.
Yeah, can they just forfeit the rest of the year?
Just quit. Let's move over to the Metro. We got the Hurricanes sitting up top there, Lace, at 31-9-2. Second, we got the Rangers at 29-13-4. And third, we got the Pens at 27-11-7. Wow. This NHL basement is really something this year. Mm-hmm. Fuck, there's some bad teams.
Yeah, there really
Holy
is. There's
lightning.
Such a difference.
Horrid. Like the Flyers and Devils?
Yeah.
Not as bad as the Habs, but not far off.
Well, really, Islanders.
The Flyers are they won. They were on their second 10-plus losing game streak of the year.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like, come on. I don't know. I don't even know what.
So did they go on a big win streak?
No, they won 1 in a row.
No, before. Because they've lost 22.
Yeah, they must have got red hot and then cold again.
Wow.
I don't know. I really haven't been following.
The
only thing I'm following about
crazy.
the Flyers is how bad they are. So. Moving over to the Central, we got the Avs sitting up top. They've been playing some good hockey.
Yeah.
You can see why they were the consensus Stanley Cup favorite at the beginning of the year. 32-8-3. They've won 10 straight. Well, yeah, 10 straight. 10-0 in their last 10, obviously. Moving over to Lace, second, we got the Preds at 27-14-4, 5-3-2 in their last 10. And third, we got the Minnesota Wild, 27-10-3, I think that says.
Yes.
And they are 8-1-1 in their last 10. Slide all the way down to 6. We got the Jets, 18-16-7, 3-5-2 in their last 10. And don't expect much out of the Jets, unfortunately. I don't hate the Jets. Like, I know I give them a hard time on here and have really low expectations for them.
Right.
I want them to win as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
The less the East wins, the better. So, moving over to the Golden Knights, the Pacific Division, the ultra-competitive Pacific. We got the Golden Knights sitting there in first at 26-16-3.
Yeah.
4-4-2 in their last 10. We got the Ducks in second at 23-16-8. They are 5-4-1 in their last 10. Them pesky Ducks, Lace.
Yeah.
They just will not go away. The LA Kings, 23, 16, and 7. Is that what that says? 5, 3, and 2 in their last 10. Fourth, we got the Calgary Flames, 21, 13, and 6. 4, 6, and 0 in their last 10. Sixth, we got the Oilers. Rule number 1, don't bet on the Oilers. 22, 16, and 2. And they're 4, 4, and 2 in their last 10. They had won 4 straight prior to tonight. And they lost to the Senators in overtime. I repeat, the Senators in overtime. In 7th, we got the Nucks, 19, 19, and 6. 3, 4, and 3. But if we want to look at the bright side, they're still what? Now they're 12 points back? 56 points is first or 55?
53.
What?
What did you say?
Who's in first place?
55.
55. So they're 11 points out of first, which isn't terrible.
They're playing tonight.
Yeah, they won.
They did win?
Yeah, they beat the Blackhawks, and I took them to beat the Blackhawks as well. They were underdogs.
Oh, really?
Don't ever bet against your team.
No.
Well,
You tell me to all the time.
I do sometimes, I'm not going to lie. But I'm not the world's best gambler.
No? No.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Well, you're not the world's best. You lose sometimes.
Well, neither are you.
Pretty good, actually.
You're trash. You lost this weekend.
I know, but, like, whatever.
She took the Rams. Plus 3.5. That didn't minus 3.5, sorry. That didn't cash.
No.
So.
Stupid half a point.
You think you're better than me?
No, I don't.
You think you're better than
I'm
me?
just getting lucky.
Unbelievable. Okay. Lacey, do you have anything else? I have nothing.
No.
Nothing. Okay, we'll be back Wednesday.
Yes.
Guaranteed we're going to touch on the Freedom Convoy again.
Yeah.
Getting some positive feedback on those discussions. I don't want to turn the show pure politics. That's not my goal.
Right.
But I think everybody has a right to know what's happening.
Yes.
And you're going to get my opinion along with it. But I'm not going to commit a full show to it or anything like that.
No,
So.
just updates.
Yeah, tell you where everything's at. I'll try to
give you the...
stay composed.
He was actually, during the commercial break, told me he was actually sweating. I said that's because you were worked up. So we fanned him down for a little bit during the commercial, and yeah, look nice.
I need a water bottle.
He's good to go again.
Spray me off.
It's very emotional. It's been, for me anyway. I think that's why I'm so tired.
It's been a... Fuck, you're
Wait.
always tired.
I haven't yawned. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
That being said, if you live anywhere with, west of Ontario, drive safe. It sounds like everybody got hammered with this shit. The
Crazy.
The blizzard of 22 is what I call it, is a dirty one. But on that note, we will be back Wednesday. Yeah, that's all I got. So enjoy your Monday evening. Stay warm. Stay safe. Beep, beep. Freedom Convoy.